Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com, and today we're going to be making these fun and bright, colorful earrings. These are inspired by the Paradise Aquatic Collection by Eureka Crystal Beads that recently came out, and you can see that I'm utilizing the 12mm Rivoli that was included, as well as the setting, some size 11/0 and 6/0 seed beads, a few of the 4mm bicones, and some of those lovely 2mm faceted gemstone beads. These post earring findings also came in the collection, so I went ahead and used those. You can pick up everything you need to make these earrings from EurekaCrystalBeads.com. Even if you don't pick up the entire collection, you can always pick and choose which materials you'd like, and you could totally change up the color scheme. So check down below the video as usual for links to all the products I'll be using today, as well as a full materials list. I'm going to string about 4 feet of beading thread. I use the 6-pound Fireline onto a size 10 beading needle. So you can go ahead and string your needle and also put your Rivoli in its setting so that it is ready to bead around and ready to go. Let me get set up and I'll meet you back in just a moment. All right guys, the first thing we want to do is we want to pick up our Rivoli that's in its setting. You see how it has the 2 sets of holes on either side. We're first going to go up through the set of holes on the right and just hold that tail thread in place unless you want to use a stop bead. I'm just going to hold that and leave about a 4 to 6 inch tail that can be woven back in later. And at this point I want to pick up 2 11/0s, 1 bicone, and 2 more 11/0s. So have that sequence on your needle and then go down through the set of holes in that sew-on setting on the left. It's going to pop those beads right on the top there. And we want to repeat by picking up the same sequence of beads, so 2 11/0s, 1 bicone, and 2 11/0s. And now go back up the 2 holes that are on the right-hand side of the Rivoli setting. So now we have the beads on the top and the bottom. Coming out of the right-hand side hole there at the top, now we want to pick up 3 11/0s, 1 bicone, and then 3 11/0s. And if you're using 2 different color bicones like I am, you can see I'm just mirroring them across the way. So now I want to go back up the set of holes on the right. There we go. That puts that section on the right-hand side. And then following our thread path, let's go through the 2 11/0s and the bicone and the 2 11/0s at the top. And also go down through the set of holes that is on the left. Find your way through there. There we go. Just gonna turn this slightly. And then mirror what we did on the other side. So pick up 3 11/0s, a bicone, and 3 11/0s. And then go up through the set of holes on that same side to wrap those beads around the right. So here's what you should have so far. And now we want to go through all these beads on the outside of the Rivoli all at one time. So just go through them all in this outer ring. And that's going to just pull them all together. Just go through as many as you can get through at one time until you are past where you started by just a little bit. I am almost there, and I'm going to be coming out the next bicone that I get to, as well as the next seed bead. All right, so you can see I'm coming out of this seed bead right here, and now what we want to do is pick up a 11/0 and a 6/0 and an 11/0. So those 3 beads, and then go through the next seed bead, bicone, seed bead you get to at the next corner. And that's gonna sit right on top and repeat. So coming out of that 11-0 right after the bicone, pick up a 11-0, a 6-0, and an 11-0, and go through the 11-0, bicone, and 11-0 at the other corner, at the next one that you get to. Repeat that again, 11-0, 6-0, 11-0, and go through those 3 beads at the corner. And you guessed it, we have one more to do. So repeat it one more time, 11-0, 6-0, 11-0. And through the same 3 beads, and this time if you can get through the next 2 11-0s after that bicone, go for it. And you'll also want to go through the next 6-0. So now this is what we have, and we just need to add in our 2mm gemstone beads right in between each of these 6mm seed beads. So the next step is to pick up 4 of those little guys and then head through the next 6-0 and repeat that all the way around. And this adds that beautiful pop of turquoise right around the Rivoli, which happens to work great with the variety that I received in this collection. Really brings out the turquoise shade in that custom coating. And you also get those pops of pink. And it doesn't cover up the Rivoli too much, so you're able to really see that stone, even with the extra beading around it. So we'll repeat this all the way around, 4 of the little gemstones. And there you have it. Now we're ready to tie and knot off our thread before we move on to the next step. So you don't need to watch me do that. You can go ahead and tie and tuck in, knot off your tail thread and your working thread. That's a look at the back in case you want to match it up. And then you'll want to pull out a small segment of wire and also leave yourself a 6-0 seed bead and pull out your earring findings as well, because we are almost finished with this earring. All right guys, so if you want to make this detail at the top, you just need to take your wire, and my piece is a little long, but that's okay. About 1 inch or so down, I'm gonna start making a wire wrapped loop. So I'm just gonna bend this at a 90-degree angle, pivot my pliers, bend the wire over top, move my pliers so that loop is being pinched, and start forming a loop, moving my wire over. And now gripping that loop with my round nose pliers, and then taking another pair and just twisting that wire around a couple of times. All right, and now we're going to string on our size 6 seed bead onto that piece of wire. And we're gonna start making another loop at the top. So I'm gonna pinch my round nose pliers right at the top of that 6-0 and make a 90-degree angle there. Turn my pliers, wrap the wire around the top to start a loop, move my wire loop down to the bottom, stretch my wire over that way at a 90-degree angle. But before we close this up, we're going to feed this side right through our post earring finding. That way we don't have to worry about opening that up. And we'll just wrap this loop around the finding at this point. So I'm just gripping it in my other hand, and you can use pliers to do this if you need to. Just gonna use my hand and go around as many times as I can. So about 3 times, and then clip off any excess wire and tuck in that end a little bit. All right, so that's ready to go. And also you want to determine what side will be up for your earring. It doesn't really matter, you'll just have your jump ring going through one of the 6/0 seed beads. So I've opened this up, and those 6/0s are large enough that it's really easy to slip on a jump ring, and I'm just doing that. Then we'll add the bottom loop to the jump ring before we close it up, and then twist this closed with my other pair of pliers. And there you have it, a simple, sparkly, and colorful pair of earrings based on the Paradise Aquatic Collection. Of course, you could change these colors up completely and do a completely different look. I would love to see these done in a black and silver combination in particular. I think they would look so elegant. Again, you can find the link to this collection as well as all the materials that you will need right down below the video. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. I always love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed the video, I'd love for you to give it a big thumbs up. That would mean a lot to me. And also if you would subscribe if you haven't already, and that way you'll be notified of when I'm posting new content. You can also find links to all my social media handles down below. I'd love to have you following along with me there. And you can check out my website and blog at orchidandopal.com for more beading fun. So thank you guys so much once again. I will see you again real soon. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And as always, happy beading.